conscious. Back with another video. Happy 4th of July. I don't celebrate the 4th because I know the significance behind the 4th, and I know what 4th really means, right? So we're not gonna get into that maybe another time. This is a personal video, a video that I've been wanting to drop, man. And hopefully the person that this video is in relations to and about, hope you don't take offense, brother. I'm not looking for no beef. I'm not on the internet clout chasing or none of that crap there. I don't get into that. I'm a grown man. So I try to stay in a grown man's place and not act like one of these wild kids out here or whatever you want to be. I'm not a part of no games. I'm not a part of none of that. So I just want to specifically get that clear, put that out there in the air, right? I will be doing a live video today, another one, covering the Trump and the Joe Biden debate. Y'all guys know I've been following that, and I'm gonna continue to follow it. Right now, I'm heading to get a haircut and a shave, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm gonna end the live when I get where I'm going at. But we got a little minute to ride, so that means I can go ahead and get into this video. Let me put a poll up. Let me put a poll up. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all know who I'm throwing up there on my poll. I have to always do that. Big facts. All right, guys, so let's get into the video. So, as y'all guys know, Julio Foolio was murdered, a week and some change ago or something like that. And I've been seeing a lot of these bloggers out here, man. They've been all on top of that, man. Like, they pounding that shit in the ground. You hear me? When I tell you they pounding it in the ground, boy, them niggas pounding that thing in the ground. Boy, they running them views up, boy. They chasing them views, man. But what I want to say is this here, man. Put this cigarette out. King AK-47. King AK-47. Somebody tag King AK-47. Man, I want to put you up on game, bro. I'm going to tell you something. For somebody like you that say you done been in the streets, you done been a part of the streets, you know what I'm saying, you done been in a gang or whatever, all that stuff there, man. One thing you know you don't do, man, you don't come on the internet and talk about crimes, man. You don't do stuff like that, man. Come on, bro. You up here trying to solve a case for the police, man. You ain't even got nothing to do with that situation, bro. Like I was watching this video, man, and this man was literally getting upset because he couldn't switch the video from YouTube over to Instagram to literally pinpoint out what each person was standing at. King AK-47. One thing you don't do, man, you do not get on internet and try to solve murder mysteries or cases for the DA, bro. You don't do that, man. And you talking about you real, bro. That's not real, man. You know what I'm saying? You talking about you the voice of the streets, man. Look at here, bro. You done been in the streets before. You know the rules to the game, AK-47. King AK-47. One thing you don't do is speak about crime on the internet like that. Like, literally, you done solved this case. You ain't the only one. It's a few of you bloggers out there, man. Y'all been taking this Julio Foolio case, man, and been changing it, flipping it, getting into details. Oh, you see the mark right there on the car? How did that mark get there? Did you see how the car slid and came around? No, the car didn't come from that way. The car came from this way. This man is literally getting in verbal confrontations, cursing peoples out on his live, inviting them to his lower body parts because they trying to tell him, bruh, we understand you's a YouTuber. 2, we understand you a blogger. 3, bro, one thing you don't do is violate the code of the streets. What I mean about that, you do not get on the internet, King AK-47, and solve cases for the feds and for the DA. What if them boys get locked up for that? Now, me personally, myself, I'm neutral. Never been in the game, never been a part of the game. And I hate to see them brothers colliding, clashing with each other like that, man. I'm talking about both sides. I hate to see that, man, because at the end of the day, those brothers, man, they've been misled in the wrong direction, bro. So instead of King AK-47 coming on YouTube and trying to make some positivity out the situation, you want to sit there and pinpoint everything. Like, literally, guys, I was watching King AK-47 live, and man, This man was literally cursing people's out, his subscribers, telling them to suck his you know what. And I'm like, what? What are you doing? What do they do that shit at, bro? Like, are you real? Are you serious? You sitting there getting mad because these folks telling you to get off the internet with trying to solve this case? Now, I'm not sitting here talking trash to you, man. I'm not disrespecting you, bro. I'm not trying to beef with you. I'm not clout chasing. I do my own thing. I like to cover politics over here on my platform. But I'm just saying, somebody that used to be in the streets, somebody that's been incarcerated, bro, all I'm telling you, King AK-47, you need to stop that, bro. You need to stay off the internet trying to solve cases, bro. That's not cool. That's not a good look, bro. And then you actually got people's coming on live with you. You got people's coming on live with you, coercing this thing with you, man. Like, literally, this dude, King AK-47, got so agitated this morning because he couldn't switch his live from YouTube over to Instagram so he can pinpoint out what each person was standing. Look it up. See, that nigga there, he got shot. See, Hope, you see him? See, he the shooter. He come up to the car. Now, you see the other dude? He way over there in the back. You can't holler see him. Now, look down at the bottom. Now, watch how my man come around. That's how the back window got shot out. King AK-47, what do you have going on, bro? That's not cool, man. You can't do that, bro. Somebody need to tell you that, though. Some of these real OGs out there in the game need to tell you to stay off the internet with that, bro. I mean, there's many ways you can make money. I understand you's a YouTuber. I understand, King AK-47, that you's a blogger. It's just certain stuff that you don't talk about. Me personally, myself, if I get on the internet and speak about something, it's not going to be about who shot who or who killed who slid on this person or who slid on that person. That's why y'all YouTubers have issues, man. That's why y'all can't go nowhere in public, because if the right person see you, they gonna do something to you. Especially if you done disrespected them in some type of form, or you all on the internet speaking about gang activity that you not associated with, or who got popped yesterday or who got popped last week. Somebody tag King AK-47 in this live, man, so he can get the message, bro. Stay off the internet speaking about something that's not concerning you, bro. Every time I look around, man, you all on the YNW Melly case. You trying to solve that case for the DA. You speaking about King Von case. You speaking about Julio Fulio. You always speaking about stuff that don't even concern you, bro. You not even a part of what them guys got going on, but you always speaking on it. So I just wanted to put that out there in the universe to let you know, bro, that that's just not cool what you're doing. Now that I got that out of the way, let's get back to the video, man. Donald Trump, Joe Biden, peak game. So Joe Biden right now is in some serious trouble. See, a lot of y'all don't know that, but Joe Biden is in some serious trouble right now, right? He did something the night of the debate against Trump in Atlanta, and it came back and beat him on the ass. He's in trouble now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my shave and my haircut on the side just for one moment, because I'm finna shoot to the house, man, and I'm finna play this video. I gotta let y'all to see it for y'allself, man. This is crazy, man. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? That's why we need to make sure that Donald Trump gets in office so Trump can put an end to violence, bro. We need somebody that's gonna put an end to violence. You know what I'm saying? It's too much going on in America right now, man. It's too much going on, especially with the illegal immigrants. They destroying our country, bro. They are literally tearing our country apart, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because of Joe Biden, the weak weasel, the man that can't carry a golf bag, man. That's what Donald Trump said to him. I invite you to a game of golf, but you probably can't even carry your own bag. Listen, I'm telling y'all this right here from experience, man. I've been dealing with this politics, this political stuff for a long time. I do my research. I do my homework. I read. I pay close attention to everything that's going on around me, man. And you have people like Joe Biden that does not serve America no type of justice, bro. You got people like King AK-47 all on the internet trying to solve cases. And this guy, Discretion TV, man, won't you get your mind out of the old time, man? Tupac is dead, bro. That man been dead 30-some damn years, man. You still on the internet trying to solve Tupac case. He trying to solve Biggie Small case. Man, what's up with y'all bloggers, bro? What y'all got going on, man? Y'all fucking up the market with that stuff, man. Y'all solving cases. Can't nobody come on the internet and speak about something because we may think if we say something, the feds on us because y'all done open the doors and y'all got the feds and the DA feeling like, oh, these bloggers, they gonna help us solve these murders. They gonna help us solve these crimes. Like, come on, man. What y'all boys got going on, man? Every time I look around, King AK-47 or that guy from Discretion TV always popping up in my feed. If it ain't him talking about who killed Tupac and Biggie, it's King AK-47 solving other crimes or making the attempt to do so. Keep in mind, man, loose lips sink ships. You can't speak on everything. You can't speak about everything. Man, get y'all ass back in the room, bro. Get back in the room. I'm finna go ahead and put my shaving and my cut on the side just to get back to the crib so I can tap y'all in with another video. Bottom line, man, this shit is crazy, man. King AK-47, bro, you gotta stop what you're doing, man. Stop it, man. And then your subscribers, man, they sit there and let you disrespect them. What it looks like another man inviting another man to his lower body parts. That shit don't look right, bro. And this is constructive criticism. I'm not bashing you. I'm not talking down on you, bro. All I'm saying, you done been in the streets before, man. You done been around before. You know King AK-47, it is certain things that you don't speak about, bro. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a leader, bro. That's what's wrong with the world now. You have a whole lot of Indians, a lot of chiefs, but not enough Indians. Stop doing what y'all doing, man. When these people got stuff going on in the streets, let them deal with it. Let the police deal with it. That's not our job. Y'all ain't gonna never see me on no damn internet trying to solve no murder cases, bro. I don't do shit like that, man. I don't get paid to do that, bro. Point blank, period. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, again, let the police do their job. What the American peoples need to focus on, what you need to be focusing on, King AK-47, my man at Discretion TV, y'all need to start promoting Donald Trump for president on y'all platforms. How about that? Start promoting Trump for president on your platforms. That's what y'all need to do. Encourage the people to vote Donald Trump for president and stop trying to serve murder mysteries and things of that nature. How about that? That's what I'm talking about. You feel me? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it, man. Y'all guys, this is not cool, man. It's just not cool, homie. I'm going to keep it a bean with you. It's not cool, man. You know what I'm saying? So, as y'all know, Donald Trump was granted immunity. He was granted immunity, so now he can run, campaign, do his thing for president, right? And there's a speech that he just gave in regards to the debate with him and Joe Biden. And he said some good stuff, man. He made some great pointers, man. And I'm going to play that video for y'all. I got to play that video. I'm playing it for all my Trump supporters. I want y'all to see what Donald Trump's mindset and mind state of mentality at right now. Donald Trump really trying to make America great again, but he can't do it by himself. He need us. He need our supportation, bro. We got to be willing to get out and support this man and all of it and all of his great business endeavors or whatnot. That's what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm finna run this video, man, and I'm gonna let y'all check the video out. And I want y'all to make sure November the 5th, when you get out, put your ballot in, make sure Donald Trump's name is on your ballot. Make sure his name is on your ballot, bro. Please make sure Donald Trump's name is on your ballot. We got to get Donald Trump back in office by all means necessary. Now, when they had that debate up there in Atlanta, Joe Biden didn't even know what the hell he was talking about. He had no idea what he was talking about. The man was literally up there lost. But as soon as they granted Donald Trump immunity, he wants to come back and give a speech and talk shit about it. But at the end of the day, what Joe Biden got to understand is this right here. You are the one that fucked this country up. Donald Trump didn't do it. Donald Trump had the economy and everything intact when he left out of office. But as soon as you came back in office, you want to come up with your own policies your own procedures, your own mandates, and the way you attack the situation, you fucked up, because you fucked up when you allowed the illegal immigrants to enter this country illegally. That's where you messed up at, because as a result, we done had 4 fatalities. You done had 2 young girls get killed, one 12 and one 8. You done had a mother of 8 to get killed, and you done had another mother of 1 to get killed. So basically, you created all this shit yourself, Joe Biden. Donald Trump had nothing to do with this. So you can't blame Trump. You can't, man. You can't blame Trump for none of that, bro. Trump had nothing to do with it. You feel me? Nothing. So at the end of the day, you know, you got to take full responsibility as well as accountability for your actions. I'm finna go play this video for y'all before I go get my hair cut and shave, bro. I told y'all I was gonna do it. I'm gonna do it too. I got to. I got to show the people some love, man. I got to get in here and play this video. And y'all already see what's going on today, man. Got my little J's on today. Got my little J's on today, man. Yeah. Got my little J's on today, you feel me? Let's get in here and play this video, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you, man. This video is about 2 hours long. I'm not gonna be able to play the whole entire 2 hours. What I can do is play portion of it. I can play half of it, and then a little bit later on, we're gonna go live again, and then I'm gonna play the other half. That's how we're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this TV on. I want y'all to pay close attention to this debate, man. Pay close attention to this debate. Let me take my hater blockers off. Let me take my hater blockers off. Let me get out my tripod. I'm gonna go ahead and put my shit on hold just for y'all, man. Just for my good subscribers. We'll go ahead and get the phone out. Finna get busy, man. We ain't playing with it. We finna flat foot get it, baby. We finna flat foot get it. I ain't even gonna hold you. Let's get some of these devices on. Let's flat foot get it. Like, share, subscribe, comment, turn on all post notification bells. Let's get it. I'm giving up my haircut session for y'all guys. Don't leave me hanging. Do not leave me hanging. Do not leave me hanging. This shit is crazy, man. I gotta show y'all this, man. It's only right that I do so. It's only right that I do so. Let's get it. 8 people's watching. Are y'all serious? Man, y'all better snap up out of that nutshell, bro. Come on now, don't do that. Don't even do that. Don't even do that, man. We're not going for that now. Come on, let's go. All right, let me get this up. Okay. And I want y'all to pay close attention to this, man. Like, for real, for real. I need y'all to lock in on this. I need y'all to lock in with me. Straight like that. Let me share this video around, son. I don't think y'all guys sharing. Sharing is caring, guys. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Let's get it. Sharing is caring. There we go.
We're live from Georgia, a key battleground state in the race for the White House. In just moments, the current U.S. president will debate the former U.S. president as their party's presumptive nominees, a first in American history. We want to welcome our viewers in the United States and around the world to our studios in Atlanta. This is the CNN presidential debate.
This debate is being produced by CNN and is coming to you live on CNN, CNN International, CNN.com, CNN Max, and CNN Espanol. This is a pivotal moment between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump in their rematch for the nation's highest office. Each will make his case to the American people with just over 4 months until Election Day. Good evening, I'm Dana Bash, anchor of CNN's Inside Politics and co-anchor of State of the Union.
I'm Dick Tapper, anchor of CNN's The Lead and co-anchor of State of the Union. Dana and I will co-moderate this evening. Our job is to facilitate a debate between the two candidates tonight. Before we introduce them, we want to share the rules of the debate with the audience at home. Former President Trump will be on the left side of the screen. President Biden will be appearing on the right. A coin toss determined their positions. Each candidate will have 2 minutes to answer a question and 1 minute each for responses and rebuttals. An additional minute for follow-up, clarification, or response is at the moderator's discretion.
When it's time for a candidate to speak, his microphone will be turned on and his opponent's microphone will be turned off. Should a candidate interrupt when his microphone is muted, he will be difficult to understand for viewers at home. At the end of the debate, each candidate will get 2 minutes for closing statements. There is no studio audience tonight. Pre-written notes, props, or contact with campaign staff are not permitted during the debate. By accepting our invitation to debate, both candidates and their campaigns agreed to accept these rules.
Now, please welcome the 46th President of the United States, Joe Biden. And please welcome the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump. Gentlemen, thanks so much for being here. Let's begin the debate, and let's start with the issue that voters consistently say is their top concern, the economy. President Biden, inflation has slowed, but prices remain high. Since you took office, the price of essentials has increased. For example, a basket of groceries that cost $100 then now costs more than $120. And typical home prices have jumped more than 30%. What do you say to voters who feel they are worse off under your presidency than they were under President Trump?
We got to take a look at what I was left when I became president and what Mr. Trump left me. We had an economy that was in free fall. The pandemic was so badly handled. Many people were dying. All he said was, it's not that serious. Just inject a little bleach in your arm. You'll be all right. The economy collapsed. There were no jobs. Unemployment rate rose to 15%. It was terrible. And so what we had to do was try to put things back together again. And that's exactly what we began to do. We created 15,000 new jobs. We brought out a position where we have 800,000 new manufacturing jobs. But there's more to be done. There's more to be done. Working class people are still in trouble. I come from Scranton, Pennsylvania. I come from a household where the kitchen table, things weren't able to be met during the month. It was a problem. The price of eggs, the price of gas, the price of housing, the price of a whole range of things. That's why I'm working so hard to make sure I deal with those problems. And we're going to make sure that we reduce the price of housing. We're going to make sure we build 2 million new units. We're going to make sure we cap rents so corporate greed can't take over. The combination, what I was left with in corporate greed, is the reason why we're in this problem right now. In addition to that, we're in a situation where if you take a look at all that was done in his administration, he didn't do much at all. By the time he left, things were in chaos, literally chaos. And so we put things back together. We created, I said, those jobs. We make sure we had a situation where we brought down the price of prescription drugs, which is a major issue for many people, to $15 for an insulin shot as opposed to $400. No senior has to pay more than $200 for any drug, all the drugs they can include beginning next year. And the situation is we're going to make that available to everybody, to all Americans. So we're working to bring down the price around the kitchen table, and that's what we're going to get done.
Thank you. President Trump?
We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. We have never done so well. Everybody was amazed by it. Other countries were copying us. We got hit with COVID, and when we did, we spent the money necessary so we wouldn't end up in a Great Depression, the likes of which we had in 1929. by the time we finished. So we did a great job. We got a lot of credit for the economy, a lot of credit for the military, and no wars and so many other things. Everything was rocking good. But the thing we never got the credit for, and we should have, is getting us out of that COVID mess. He created mandates that was a disaster for our country. But other than that, we had given them back a country where the stock market actually was higher than pre-COVID, and nobody thought that was even possible. The only jobs he created are for illegal immigrants and bounce back jobs, a bounce back from the COVID. He has not done a good job. He's done a poor job, and inflation's killing our country. It's killing us.
Thank you. President Biden?
Well, look, the greatest economy in the world, he's the only one who thinks that, I think. I don't know anybody else that thinks the greatest economy in the world. And, you know, the fact of the matter is that we found ourselves in a situation where his economy, he rewarded the wealthy. He had the largest tax cut in American history, $2 trillion. He raised a deficit larger than any president.
Stop lying, Joe Biden.
He's the only president other than Herbert Hoover who's lost more jobs than he had when he began, since Herbert Hoover. The idea that he did something that was significant. And the military, you know, when he was president, they were still killing people in Afghanistan. He didn't do anything about that. When he was president, we were still finding ourselves in a position where you had a notion that we were this safe country. The truth is, I'm the only president this century that doesn't have any, this decade, that doesn't have any troops dying anywhere in the world like he did.
President Trump, I want to follow up if I can.
Am I allowed to respond to him?
Well, I'm going to ask you a follow-up. You can do whatever you want with the minute that we give you. I want to follow up. You want to impose a 10% tariff on all goods coming into the U.S. How will you ensure that that doesn't drive prices even higher?
It's not going to drive them higher. It's just going to cost countries that have been ripping us off for years, like China and many others, in all fairness to China. It's going to just force them to pay us a lot of money, reduce our deficit tremendously, and give us a lot of power for other things. But he made a statement. The only thing he was right about is I gave you the largest tax cut in history. I also gave you the largest regulation cut in history. That's why we had all the jobs. And the jobs went down, and then they bounced back, and he's taking credit for bounce back jobs. You can't do that. He also said he inherited 9% inflation. No, he inherited almost no inflation, and it stayed that way for 14 months. And then it blew up under his leadership because they spent money like a bunch of people that didn't know what they were doing. And they don't know what they were doing. It was the worst, probably the worst administration in history. There's never been. And as far as Afghanistan is concerned, I was getting out of Afghanistan, but we were getting out with dignity, with strength, with power. He got out. It was the most embarrassing day in the history of our country's life.
President Trump, over the last 8 years, under both of your administrations, the national debt soared to record highs. And according to a new nonpartisan analysis, President Trump, your administration approved $8.4 trillion in new debt, while so far, President Biden, you've approved $4.3 trillion in new debt. So former President Trump, many of the tax cuts that you signed into law are set to expire next year. You want to extend them and go even further, you say. With the U.S. facing trillion-dollar deficits and record debt, why should top earners and corporations pay even less in taxes than they do now?
Because the tax cuts spurred the greatest economy that we've ever seen just prior to COVID. And even after COVID, it was so strong that we were able to get through COVID much better than just about any other country. But we spurred, that tax spurred. Now, when we cut the taxes, as an example, the corporate tax was cut down to 21% from 39%, plus beyond that. We took in more revenue with much less tax, and companies were bringing back trillions of dollars back into our country. The country was going like never before, and we were ready to start paying down debt. We were ready to start using the liquid gold right under our feet, the oil and gas right under our feet. We were going to have something that nobody else has had. We got hit with COVID. We did a lot to fix it. I gave him an unbelievable situation with all of the therapeutics and all of the things that we came up with. We gave him something great. Remember, more people died under his administration, even though we had largely fixed it. More people died under his administration than our administration, and we were right in the middle of it, something which a lot of people don't like to talk about. But he had far more people dying in his administration. He did the mandate, which is a disaster, mandating it. The vaccine went out. He did a mandate on the vaccine, which is the thing that people most objected to about the vaccine. And he did a very poor job, just a very poor job. And I will tell you, not only poor there, but throughout the entire world, we're no longer respected as a country. They don't respect our leadership. They don't respect the United States anymore. We're like a third world nation between weaponization of his election, trying to go after his political opponent, all of the things he's done. We've become like a third world nation, and it's a shame. The damage he's done to our country, and I'd love to ask him, and will, why he allowed millions of people to come in here from prisons, jails, and mental institutions to come into our country and destroy our country.
President Trump, we will get to immigration later in this block. President Biden, I want to give you an opportunity to respond to this question about the national debt.
He had the largest national debt of any president in a 4-year period, number one. Number two, that $2 trillion tax cut benefited the very wealthy. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. Billionaires in America. And what's happening? They're in a situation where they, in fact, pay 8.2% in taxes. If they just paid 24%, 25%, either one of those numbers, they'd raise $500 billion, I should say, in a 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do, child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump.
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare because all of these people are coming in. They're putting them on Medicare. They're putting them on Social Security. They're going to destroy Social Security. This man is going to single-handedly destroy Social Security. These millions and millions of people coming in, they're trying to put them on Social Security. He will wipe out Social Security. He will wipe out Medicare. So he was right in the way he finished that sentence. And it's a shame. What's happened to our country in the last 4 years is not to be believed. Foreign countries, I'm friends with a lot of people, they cannot believe what happened to the United States of America. We're no longer respected. They don't like us. We give them everything they want, and they think we're stupid. They think we're very stupid people. What we're doing for other countries, and they do nothing for us. What this man has done is absolutely criminal.
Thank you, President Trump. Dana?
This is the first presidential election since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. This morning, the court ruled on yet another abortion case, temporarily allowing emergency abortions to continue in Idaho, despite that state's restrictive ban. Former President Trump, you take credit for the decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, which returned the issue of abortion to the states.
Correct.
However, the federal government still plays a role in whether or not women have access to abortion pills. They're used in about 2/3 of all abortions. As president, would you block abortion medication?
First of all, the Supreme Court just approved the abortion bill, and I agree with their decision to have done that, and I will not block it. And if you look at this whole question that you're asking, complex but not really complex. 51 years ago, you had Roe v. Wade, and everybody wanted to get it back to the states. Everybody, without exception. Democrats, Republicans, liberals, conservatives, everybody wanted it back. Religious leaders. And what I did is I put 3 great Supreme Court justices on the court, and they happened to vote in favor of killing Roe v. Wade and moving it back to the states. This is something that everybody wanted. Now, 10 years ago or so, they started talking about how many weeks and how many this and getting into other things. But every legal scholar throughout the world, the most respected, wanted it brought back to the states. I did that. Now the states are working it out. If you look at Ohio, it was a decision that was an end result that was a little bit more liberal than you would have thought. Kansas, I would say the same thing. Texas is different. Florida is different. But they're all making their own decisions right now. And right now, the states control it. That's the vote of the people. Like Ronald Reagan, I believe in the exceptions. I am a person that believes. And frankly, I think it's important to believe in the exceptions. Some people, you have to follow your heart. Some people don't believe in that. But I believe in the exceptions for rape, incest, and the life of the mother. I think it's very important. Some people don't. Follow your heart. But you have to get elected also. And because that has to do with other things. You got to get elected. The problem they have is they're radical because they will take the life of a child in the 8th month, the 9th month, and even after birth. After birth, if you look at the former governor of Virginia, he was willing to do this. He said, we'll put the baby aside and we'll determine what we do with the baby, meaning we'll kill the baby. What happened is we brought it back to the states, and the country is now coming together on this issue. It's been a great thing.
Thank you. President Biden?
It's been a terrible thing, what you've done. The fact is that the vast majority of constitutional scholars supported Roe when it was decided. Supported Roe. And that's this idea that they were all against it is just ridiculous. And this is the guy who says the state should be able to have it. We're in a state where in 6 weeks, you don't even know whether you're pregnant or not, but you cannot see a doctor and have him decide on what your circumstances are, whether you need help. The idea that states are able to do this is a little like saying we're going to turn civil rights back to the states, let each state have a different rule. Look, there's so many young women who have been, including a young woman who just was murdered, and he went to the funeral. The idea that she was murdered by an immigrant coming in, they talk about that. But here's the deal: there's a lot of young women who are being raped by their in-laws, by their spouses, brothers and sisters. It's just ridiculous, and they can do nothing about it. And they try to arrest them when they cross state lines.
Thank you.
There have been many young women murdered by the same people he allows to come across our border. We have a border that's the most dangerous place anywhere in the world, considered the most dangerous place anywhere in the world. And he opened it up, and these killers are coming into our country, and they are raping and killing women. And it's a terrible thing. As far as the abortion is concerned, it is now back with the states. The states are voting. In many cases, it's frankly a very liberal decision. In many cases, it's the opposite. But they're voting, and it's bringing it back to the vote of the people, which is what everybody wanted, including the founders, if they knew about this issue, which frankly they didn't. But they would have, everybody wanted brought back. Ronald Reagan wanted it brought back. He wasn't able to get it. Everybody wanted it brought back, and many presidents had tried to get it back. I was the one to do it. And again, this gives it the vote of the people, and that's where they wanted it. Every legal scholar wanted it that way.
Staying on the topic of abortion, President Biden, 7 states, I'll let you do that. This is the same topic. 7 states have no legal restrictions on how far into a pregnancy a woman can obtain an abortion. Do you support any legal limits on how late a woman should be able to terminate a pregnancy?
I supported Roe v. Wade, which had 3 trimesters. The first time is between the woman and the doctor. Second time is between the doctor and an extreme situation.
Shut up,
The
man.
third
You don't
time
know
is
what you're
between
talking
the doctor, between the woman and the state. The idea that the politicians, that the founders wanted the politicians to be the ones making